What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network news flash, a major one for you guys out there because the Aquaman social media embargo has lifted. That's right, the film doesn't come out for almost an entire month, but the embargo has lifted early, and now the internet's top critics can let you know what they think. And the verdict is almost overwhelmingly positive. Granted, we're gonna have to wait for the reviews for the full takes and stuff like the Rotten Tomatoes score, for example, if that's something you put a lot of stock into, but so far the reactions are really good from critics from established institutions like The Hollywood Reporter and Variety to newer established internet things like IGN, Slashfilm. Across the board, everyone seems to be saying that this is a good movie, but for more specific commentary, let's dive right in and take a look at a few specific examples. Humberto Gonzalez El Maimbe himself actually uploaded a minute-long reaction to his Twitter, his Instagram. You can check that out if you want, but in his tweet he said it's awesome and absolutely delivers. Not only is Pride of Gypsies, Jason Momoa, the king of Atlantis, he's also the newly crowned king of the DCEU. I can't wait to see it again. Peter Shiretta from Slashfilm said, Aquaman is better than expected. Feels like a Marvel Phase 1 movie in a good way. It's at its best when it's having fun and not taking itself too seriously. Black Manta is a great villain that comic book fans will love, some truly spectacular one-shots and good action. Jim Vejvoda, IGN's executive editor in their movies division, says, Aquaman is good. It's certainly greater than the sum of its parts. It's chock full of ridiculous elements, but it's also inherently bonkers that you'd have to be an utter killjoy not to get caught up in it. Brandon Davis from comicbook.com writes, Aquaman is great. James Wan made a really unique superhero origin film, often crossing into fantasy epic territory, but grounded in family and discovery. The world is visually incredible. Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry is a total badass. Yahya Abdul-Mateen and Patrick Wilson stand out. There were moments where I felt Aquaman might be running a little long, but it has so much to unpack in building its own isolated world. Huge, epic, unique, and stylish action sequences balance the heavy exposition. Movie isn't out yet, but I want more from Wan, Momoa, and company. Fandango's managing editor, Eric Davis, writes, Aquaman is the most ambitious DC movie to date, a big, sprawling visual spectacle that is gorgeous, crazy, stuffed with terrific action, and a lot of fun to watch. James Wan, in my opinion, is the true star. He elevates the material, makes it entertaining, and conquers it. IO9's Jermaine Lucier had really the only negative review that I could find, and even then it's extremely positive with just one little negative sentence. He says, Aquaman is a big, fun, wild ride. It's unabashedly melodramatic and over the top, with the largest, most ambitious sense of scale imaginable. Parts of it are kind of bad, but they are not the majority, and oddly still fit in with the cartoony tone. Second best DCU movie. Our own Nick Whitcomb got to see the movie and said, Aquaman is fine. Don't get your expectations too high. It's an MCU Phase 1 film through and through on the level of Thor 1. Mira, Black Manta, and Queen Atlanna are standouts. James Wan has delivered a fun adventure in the worlds of DC. The trench is... and then it's like the okay emoji, or like, I don't know if it's the chef's hand, but I mean, Trench is, I guess one of the highlights of the film. And personally, the fact that it's being compared to the Phase 1 of the MCU, while some people might see that as a negative, I see that as a positive. Personally, I think that's exactly what DC should have been doing with these first few standalone films and the way that they were setting up their universe. Those Phase 1 MCU movies were eventually exceeded and surpassed by the movies that followed, but they had to have those first movies. And for this to be described as fun and bright and colorful on the level of Thor 1, which personally I'm a really big fan of, it sounds perfect to me. Let me know in the comment section down below what you make of these reactions. Obviously, these are just the first brush ones, the people that were waiting to drop their reactions right at 5 Eastern Time, 2 Pacific today when the embargo officially lifted. And I can't wait to see kind of how the reactions change and evolve as more people see the movie. And of course, based on these, I'm very interested to see what the final reviews are going to look like, which we should be seeing, I believe, on the 11th of December. I might be wrong about that. Nick put up in big letters on the screen here if I'm wrong about that. That's going to do it for me here, though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw. Subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.